Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 12 of the 31 Days of Horror. DBougie86 here again. Now, the film I got for you guys today is kind of an odd one that I'm reviewing because I'll get a little more into that in a minute. But it's a film from 2015 put out by Necrostorm, and it's titled The Mildew from Planet Xonader. I believe that's how you pronounce that. Yeah, if you haven't seen this film, it has a very interesting history, I have to say, because if you followed my channel at all, I reviewed a film called Mold by a certain, I think who Wild Eye put that out. And when I was hearing about this and I saw the first trailer for this movie, I saw clips from Mold. So when I was reading more about it, this is pretty much a remix version of the movie Mold. What ended up happening is Giulio De Sante took the film Mold and added his own little scenes and gore shots into the film and his own little story and make it its own movie, which is kind of cool. But if you haven't seen that, I'm going to leave the link for my review for Mold in the description so you could check out my thoughts on the original film. But we're going to be talking about the Mildew of Planet Xonader. So, pretty much the main gist of this one is it's pretty much the same story as Mold, where these scientists are displaying this new bioweapon. I think it's called Spayprac Morte. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But it's like a biochemical agent that creates this mold-like substance that if it's in a certain area and it spreads, it could dissolve forests and all that stuff. It's used for warfare type deal. But unbeknownst to the rest of the scientists, what ends up happening is this mold ends up breaking out into the facility and people start getting contaminated. And then we get into this story's kind of like a subplot where this agent from another company that was hired by this other company to infiltrate it and stop the bad guy of the film Cotter, called Toxic, comes into play, and he starts doing some sleuth stuff around the facility, also fighting bad guys and talking to our main cast from Mold pretty much to save the day. And they join forces and stuff, and pretty much the gist of it is it has a lot of more effects and stuff. Now, my thoughts on this version of this film, because I have seen bits and pieces, I loved how they blended the new footage with the old footage, and it was really cool, especially the new gore effects were blended so well. And if you haven't seen a Necrostorm film, yes, this is a higher improvement of some certain effects of the movie Mold, which I did appreciate because it is an indie film. Giulio De Sante's effects work in this, and the visual effects are amazing. What he did with certain effect shots and some cool shit. There's a scene where these mutated mice start attacking a dude, and you can see the close up of the mouse, and it's all fucking deformed. And a lot of the infected effects of this movie kind of remind me of the zombies in Zombie 3. Just certain scenes kind of remind me of that, which brought back memories because I love Zombie 3, so it was fucking cool. And another thing that they do with this new version of this film is they add a new score, because the score is done by the Necrostorm composer Raza. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, they do a lot of Necrostorm films. And it's very heavy and has a John Carpenter feel to it, which blends perfectly with the type of movie it is too. It's fucking awesome. It was fun to revisit Mold in this new variation of this movie, because I remember how much I want to check out Mold again, because it's been a while since I watched the original version. But I think I kind of prefer this version just for the standard fact of the extra gore effects, and it was kind of cool to see the new score. I actually thought was a little bit better than the original score of the original film. So yeah, it was a fucking fun watch. Another fucking cool thing that happened is uh, they kind of re-edited like some of the ending too, and it was kind of funny uh, because there's like this sergeant character who's like infected, and if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I watched the original. He was fighting normal soldiers in the original version of this movie, and it's like he's fighting like this giant like orc like infected person. It's fucking crazy, and he has like long hair and it's all over his face. And it was cool because we actually see like how that character became, because he was like I said, with some of like the Zombie 3 references that I got from like some of the effects. That was kind of cool as all hell to see that. And another thing, the Colonel is still fucking one of the greatest characters of all time in both versions of this movie. His fucking one-liners are fucking hilarious because, uh, just revisit, you know, fucking, he's like, smoking cigars through the whole fucking movie and shit. And he's like, they're all like complaining about, oh, smoking's bad, but look what the fuck's happening all around them, you know what I mean? They're worried about smoking. But, you know, other than that, there's another fucking funny line that he does. I'm sorry, I'm kind of treading water. But, he's like, because the main bad guy's name is Cotter, we have to get Cotter. I was fucking dying laughing at that. Still funny. One of the greatest characters ever. But if I had to rate this version of Mold, I forgot what I rated Mold, the original version of this movie, without like all the remix and Gilead Asante gore. But with this version, I'll probably give it a solid 8 out of 10. I think I was in like the 7 range for the original, but the gore and the new soundtrack amped it up for me. And it was really cool to watch this. Yeah, I recommend this. If you haven't seen the original version, watch that first and then watch this one, just to see the differences in the versions. So yeah, the Mildew from planet Xonader. 8 out of 10. Check it out. Alright guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I'm back tomorrow for day 13, and not sure what I'm going to review. We'll see what the dice rolls me as usual. So I'll see you then guys. Peace out.